guys, to Beyond Injury Time. We understand that it's the international break, and I'm pretty sure most of you are getting bored because of the absence of football, at least European football. And so we wanted to, cover up
This
some
is
of
on.
some of the rumors, topics, and that's going around, or in anticipation of the coming weekend, and what to expect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Jogekar, Manish, and AK-47, our Amit Khanna and Maheshwari are all present. So what's going on with you guys? Are you following any international football, or what's happening with your respective clubs? What do you
No,
think?
I
Not.
feel very un-Qatari. Very, very, very much
Oh,
un-Qatari. I
yeah.
had all the hopes on that guy,
ऐसा
and
आने
now that
वाला है
guy.
Mbappe के
How
hopes.
convenient of a United fan to just chip in too fast and not let the others speak. He just tapped in quickly regarding the takeover, because yeah, that's a hot topic right now going on. So Manish, what do you think?
I'm fed up, yeah. This day, every day we were listening that okay, this guy is someone going to buy from Qatar. We'll get the money and all
Man,
that.
he's a
Okay,
AI generated bot.
I think so now. I think Abhay was right. No, I think I was not much worried about or much excited about the money which was going to come. I was like more satisfied with the debt being gone. But now I don't know,
Hmm.
some that Chapri guy is going to buy
He's not some
25%
chapri guy.
Abey,
of
he's
the
not.
club.
He's rich.
Wow,
British
man.
is richest man, man.
You know,
No, no, he may be the richest man, but he didn't do well with the French club which he has.
Nice.
Like
uh,
like
Nice.
he runs a company in a very nice way, but he doesn't run a football club in a nice way. So those are two different things. Like he may
Yeah.
be a very good businessman,
Manish,
very good person who running a company, but not a football club. So I
I
have
I
my doubts with
actually,
him.
I just want to understand this also. Like,
Hmm.
my first question probably is, did Glazer say that they don't want to sell, or Jassim just couldn't
No,
put
these
go
these
to the
Glazers,
valuation?
these Glazers brothers are much more complicated than the brothers of Mahabharata. Like the two guys like Joel and Avram, they don't want to sell. The
Okay,
other guys want to sell. They want to sell
okay,
and eat biscuits and cookies out of it.
okay.
What is this? Yeah, you all together you bought the club.
Right,
Now
right, right.
sit on around the table and decide what two guys will stay and others will leave. What is this? Yeah, matlab okay, सास बहू का वो है क्या? Property division है क्या? Like okay, I'll sell, you don't sell.
But
But
still, I
well,
was saying it. I actually believe United was a leveraged buyout, right? Wherein they took on debt to actually buy the club, and they
hmm,
decided when you start making money, they'll pay off the debt. That's what
hmm,
they decided. I have a feeling that the two that are not ready to leave have a bigger cut in the uh,
that
profits that you make.
Yeah,
It
Joel and
might be.
Avram
might
have the
be.
Yeah.
majority stake. Hmm.
Hmm.
So they are like, we have a cash cow. We don't have to do anything,
That is
right?
true.
You just put yourself in their position. You're like, हमें इधर से रोज पैसा आ रहा है, and football is only growing, and United
Huh.
has a huge fan base.
Exactly.
Huge
अंडे
fan
देने
base.
वाली मुर्गी को वैसे काटते नहीं
Like,
Huh.
Even if
how do you
United
kill a cow
lose,
like
they
that?
are going to earn money because
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing,
it
right?
creates waves.
You
Yeah.
know, I do feel the one thing though. This new guy who's coming in, at least what I've read, that he wants to actually get involved in the sporting side of the things. Now, if he's a really good businessman in a sense, and he's going into this really critical place, maybe it's a nice thing, because United's problem is not money, in my honest opinion, because they have spent far too much. Okay, you can say that, okay, I mean, Glazers don't give money and all that, but your net spend is always really good. Yeah, the problem that you have is you don't buy nicely. Okay, your
your
buys are
sporting
horrible.
side suffers. Yeah,
The sporting
I
side suffers, and if there is a guy who's good at it, comes at that particular place, then do you really need Glazers to sell? They can run the business the way they want, but the sporting guy can come and fix that part of it. What do you guys think about that?
I absolutely. It's a. I mean, coming from a rival, I feel this is the most sensible thing I have heard coming from a rival, because no one talks like that these days. So I mean, I have to appreciate what Jogekar is saying, because United will continue to keep on making money whoever comes. You just have to
Hmm.
be a good businessman. And the second most important point is, stay the fuck away from the sporting side. You buy the club, but just what do you call
Yeah,
it?
delegate the
Delegate.
stuff. Yeah.
Delegate your responsibilities to a sporting director. Hire him, get a CEO. They will take care of the sporting responsibilities. Just
Exactly.
go
Yeah.
away from that. Now, currently with the Glazers, what happens is every player that we sign, uh, Glazers think of what commercial value it will bring to the club. So they approve and disapprove signings based on that. So the
True.
CEO has to again contact the owners to approve a sale. That is a very bad practice. Previously, even under Sir Alex, we all know David Gill tha na uska naam, who was the one who worked. They were a good combo because Gill took care of everything, all the sporting. That's why it was a well-run club. Today, our fans, the United fan base, there are a couple of supporters club and whatnot who really think that कि owners तो इतना पैसा दे रहे हैं, on pitch performances, how does it affect? It is all Eric Ten Hag's fault. And I've said it multiple times to Amit, Yogikar, or whoever has criticized that when things are not stable at the top, because of the influence of social media, you don't know, you have players have one foot outside of the club. Players start to, reveal dressing room stuffs outside because they don't care ki it's a mess. Because
True.
in your head, it feels like club is a mess because of so many social media posts. Glazers out का campaign चल रहा है, this that, instability आता है, ठीक है? तो how will players buy into the fact that कि हम एक successful club बनने वाले हैं in the next 3 years? Case in point now is Newcastle. नया ओनर आया, तुरंत सब लोग को पता है भाई ये टीम कुछ तो बनेगी. क्यों ऐसा बनेगी? क्योंकि ऊपर एक डिसाइसिव बिजनेसमैन बैठा हुआ है who will give you the right money at the right time, because उन्होंने स्पोर्टिंग डिसीजन से लिए. वो सलमान बिन का जो पैसा लगा है, सलमान बिन आके ये नहीं बता रहा है अमेंडा स्टेवली को कि कहाँ पैसा लगाना है, ठीक है? See, they all stay away from it. So again,
I don't think Newcastle is such a good example, because to me it seems like a sporting as an sport washing project, right? But
Like
I
City,
do
yeah.
agree to the fact that if you hire competent people with the resources that United has,
yes,
right? If you hire the right competent people, it won't take much for United to churn out in the right cycle. They need to push out the wrong people, obviously, and I also believe that a bit of onus is also on the fans, that if a new cycle is starting, I know they have been patient, but you need to be patient because you have some really players with heavy pay packages on your wage list, which is, it's not easy to move your players at all, bro. It's not so easy. But given the right time, I think with the right people, it is not rocket science to actually run a club like United because
exactly.
of the commercial success that it has.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been
One
so
more thing
yeah,
I'd like
go
to
ahead.
say, like comparing like Newcastle is, I don't think it's fair, because things happen at Newcastle in a very easier way.
Yeah.
But when it
And it's
comes to United,
less
everything
scrutiny
is
also.
Less
yeah,
scrutiny.
everything is magnified when it comes to United.
True.
I think whatever you do, like even let's say even if the Ineos guy buys United with some minority stake, and also the Mercedes co-owner comes in board, Toto Wolff. I like that guy because what he did with Mercedes is a very good example. And even if they come on and then United have to like settle down for 1 year or 2 years, like whatever happens, we are not going to change anything. This is our plan. We are going to stick with it. What happens is, like, they brought in Ralf Rangnick. They said he will be the next technical director and Eric Ten Hag will be under him. But then when Eric Ten Hag came in, he had his own rules. He said, no, I don't want anyone above me. मेरे को किसी के अंदर काम नहीं करना है. I don't want a boss. I am the boss. I am the danger. So that's what he wanted. He got it. And he signed Anthony for 100 million.
No,
Now,
but
nobody is going
Eric
to
Ten
question that.
Hag's boss is currently Eric Ten Hag's boss is John Motto, who may not be the technical director. Okay, let us talk about.
But I have something to say.
What
Like,
I
when
wanted to say is, like, previously this has happened with Bayern, with AC Milan as well. with many other clubs. We have to look in that way,
Look,
because
the
previously
problem
in
is that
I
2004
also
and
have
2000,
actually, by the way, when you guys are comparing, I think maybe like you said, Newcastle is definitely not a good example, but Chelsea probably, like the older Chelsea under Roman,
okay,
was
let me get the
probably
facts right.
yeah.
The reason why I brought up Newcastle were for very different reasons.
No, I understand. I got your
What I
point
meant
also,
to
by the way.
no, these two
Yeah,
were
yeah.
saying they don't agree that Newcastle is the right example, but
Mm,
I agree with them, the reasoning.
mm,
But my reasoning there was that when a new owner comes in, it trickles down to the entire
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the fact that I wanted to point out, not
Agreed.
the other
Agreed.
things. It's a
yeah.
sports washing project, and
Mm,
United are not going to be that.
mm,
If SJR comes in, if
mm.
Qatar had come in, you guys would have been slandering us left, right, center,
There's no
and
slandering. That would be the truth. There is no slandering there. I
that
mean,
would have
that's
been a
what it
truth.
is.
And that's why I wrote. I was talking to you guys that I am actually happy that SJR आया, and
Mm,
SJR is a top notch businessman. ठीक है,
mm,
वो भी जो उसके पास उतना पैसा नहीं है to invest, obviously, as as the kind of money that Jassim would have invested, the kind of proposal that he had, वो आता डेट क्लियर करता सीधा, 1.5 बिलियन का डेट है, वो क्लियर करता, स्टेडियम रीडेवलपमेंट कर देता, प्लेयर ट्रांसफर करता, तुरंत क्लियर कट था, वो
He promised
100%
you
क्लब
billions
खरीदता.
dollars.
इट वाज मतलब पूरा क्लियर था. ठीक है, वी हैव ऑल रेड दैट. बट एसजीआर का कैसा है ना, जिसके पास कम पैसा होता है ना, उसको स्ट्रेटेजिक इन्वेस्टर्स लाना पड़ता है ऑन बोर्ड, एंड उसको क्लियर कट प्लानिंग करना पड़ता है. ही
mm.
हैजंट बिकम दैट बिग अ बिजनेसमैन, and he's been running Ineos for more than 30-40 years now, and वो ऐसे ही इतना बड़ा बिजनेसमैन नहीं मिला. ही विल हैव ऑल द राइट पीपल टू डिसाइड कि कहाँ पे कैसे डेट को वो करना है, कहाँ पे कैसे मतलब हाउ टू हैव द राइट फुटबॉलिंग पीपल टू टेक केयर ऑफ द क्लब. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली, ही इज अ यूनाइटेड फैन, ही इज बीन अ यूनाइटेड फैन थ्रू एंड थ्रू. ठीक है. और वन वन लास्ट पॉइंट इज दैट we should not take Nice as a example when it comes to United. तुम ऐसा कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते कि नाइस ठीक से रन नहीं कर रहा है तो यूनाइटेड भी रन नहीं कर रहा. नाइस आर टॉप ऑफ द टेबल in League One. They have assembled a pretty good team with limited investments.
Investment.
ठीक है, with limited investments they have assembled a pretty good team. भैंचो, we are we are we are linked with two of their players. मतलब एसजीआर का ही टीम है वो. We are linked with two of their players for the winter transfer, January transfer. तो
Right.
अच्छा टीम बनाया वो लोग.
Also,
I-
I think don't you think there might be a conflict of interest when you're linked with players of that team?
It
Things will be
it
more
yeah.
clear. He is going to sell Nice, and
अच्छा.
ऐसे भी rumors हैं कि once he sells Nice, that money is going to put it in मतलब United का debt write off करने के
that
लिए.
is
See,
when,
with
that is when
United,
Nice,
na,
that is when
One
Nice qualify
question.
for Champions League and he has a majority stake in it. If he has
Okay.
a minority stake in it, then it's not a
It's not a
Mm.
problem.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's
Right,
the
good
rule.
point.
That's
Yeah.
the rule. Correct.
Yeah, Kanya.
Perfect.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask is he has bought what 25% of it, Redcliffe.
Not confirmed yet. That's
He's
what the
asking
rumors
for.
are.
Still, what I'm asking is that still Glazer will hold most of the cards in their hand. The decision of
No. It's going to be a rule that पहले initial 25% खरीदेगा, and then he is going to have footballing control immediately, and then there is a clause that in the future he is going to have majority ownership of the club.
So it's a slow kind of
And
one.
let's do
Anyway,
slow
you know,
process,
decision
slow
of
burner.
Nice properly. So in Nice, did he put a proper structure there, proper footballing people in place to make those decisions?
Yes. Yes, they do. I don't remember the names of the sporting director there because I don't follow Nice, of course. But they have a good enough team. They have a good enough scouting department. And from the results that I have seen, the how they play, that I have seen, and they pretty much play good football. And Nice had 2 years ago they had won. Nice or Lille it was. Nice जीता था ना?
नहीं nice नहीं
Lille.
था.
It
Lille.
was
Lille
Lille.
जीता था,
David.
but people don't understand Nice is still competitive and
Still
they have
competitive.
good
Yes.
players.
Yes.
It's just that it's really difficult to compete like with a behemoth like
हाँ, PSG.
PSG.
हाँ.
PSG
It's wrong
has
to-
unlimited.
And
And
legal.
PSG has
secondly-
unlimited money flowing in, na? That you
And
cannot compete with that.
secondly, there's another thing that people don't. I don't know whether they can see it or not. France is a bed of talent, right? It's a bed of talent. So here's what happened: Monaco gets to take a cream out of it for sure. PSG have this thing wherein they want the best players from all over Europe, right? Whereas Nice and Monaco and all these, they're happy to
लियोन
take
भाई, लियोन कैसे भूल गया?
Leon,
Yes, Leon also.
right? They're happy to take talents from within the league or within their capacities, right? But if you see the sporting project that Nice has put up, it's actually very good from where
actually
they
good.
were before, right?
Let me tell
See,
you
you
one
know,
thing in
with
one
the-
line. If United can be an exact replica of the sporting project at Nice have, we are going to be successful. You know why? Because हम लोग अभी ना currently पूरा टट्टी है.
See,
तो
United के
anything-
साथ ना इतना सारा
Look at Ayer. Ayer's like, what did he just say? United.
First day of the season, we are winning the league से हम एकदम टट्टी
अरे
हैं.
भाई वहां तो नहीं जाते हैं अभी.
Sporting
See, with
project,
United, you
sporting
know,
project.
इतने ओवरऑल जब भी इतने कंप्लेंट होती है यूनाइटेड के बारे में, a lot of people talk about money, and I honestly personally never felt that money was an issue for United.
Yeah,
United
Allocation
true.
of money was the issue.
commercially
Allocation of
United is so big that even if Glazers don't invest that much, they just earn so much that they can
that
just
much
invest
क्या?
that
तुझे
very,
पता है
very
in
nicely.
10 years of Glazers era, Glazers के पॉकेट से $1 भी इन्वेस्ट नहीं हुआ है. You know
And
that,
उसके
right?
बाद भी
It's a
उसके बाद भी
stat.
you see the spendings that
Yes,
United
yes,
has
उसके
done is
वही तो
equivalent to City
पैसा हम
basically.
बहुत बनाते हैं.
See, City is a City is a
पैसा
sports
बहुत
washing
बन जाता है.
project, right? City is a sports washing project, and you have spent as much as City has spent in the same duration, I think. So
और उसमें
money,
ओनर ने
own
पैसा
money.
डाला है.
और उसमें ओनर ने पैसा डाला है, ठीक है? So
खल्दून और जो
United
भी है.
doesn't need a Qatar.
Sheikh
United
Mansoor.
doesn't need a Saudi actually for the investment. What they actually need is a sporting project.
मतलब हम लोग
Even
ऐसा
if-
बोल रहे थे कि भाई पैसा तो है और पैसा के लिए कौन मना करे भाई आए.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
बट
अगर
कोई
Qatar
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपत्ति नहीं है.
हर बड़ा ओनर ना
कोई आपत्ति
हर बड़ा
नहीं है.
ओनर मैन सिटी जैसा अच्छा नहीं होगा, बाय द वे, ठीक है? मैन सिटी जस्ट
I'm
गॉट अ
just
गुड
looking
ओनर.
at Manish's face and he's like, no bro, मुझे तो शेख चाहिए था.
हाँ अभी भी ये
Habibi,
अपना
where have you
भाई
gone?
डील
देखो,
कराने के लिए अपना
कोई
AK-47
मना
भी
नहीं
गया
करेगा.
था.
अभी सब जैसे डील फॉल होने के बाद सब जस्टिफाई कर लेते हैं ना कि मैं ये कर देता, वैसे ही फैंस भी है कि हाँ मतलब नहीं
No,
चाहिए, बट मिलता तो दे नाच रहे होते हैं अभी दोनों यहाँ.
And I'm not disappointed that we are not getting Jassim, but what is coming on board should be aligned and should stick with that. That is what I want to say, because Bayern have faced similar situation when they were off their table, off that winning mark. AC Milan had this point. Even United at one point had this when Arsenal won the league in 2004. After that, Chelsea won the league, and again Chelsea won the league. During that time, United lost some players, and we just cleared off all the players aspect, like Deadwood, everything was cleared off. United even finished third, and I think at one point Liverpool finished above United. In those times, that was an upset. Like, not now.
The thing is that
You have to understand that.
the
But
problem
now,
also is
what
that
is happening is like you start a project and then you sack the manager. You don't do that. That is what I mean to say. ETH, okay, if we are losing any matches or series of matches, 2-3 match, back him. Similarly, if new owners come in, like they have some certain control, they appoint a sporting director. If something goes wrong, let's say he decides to buy 4 players. Okay, one player in each position, defender and so on, and then they flop. Then you don't like sack the sporting director and bring one more sporting director. That should not happen. This is what I would like to see.
look, I will tell you one thing. Glazers का funda is basically that कि देखना, when we are out of the Champions League, right, they'll spend 200, 250, 300 million pounds. ठीक है, अब पैसा भर दिया. अब पैसा भरने के बाद कैसा होता है, we somehow are able to finish top 4.
Okay,
ठीक है,
that's what their goal is.
तो देखना, that's हाँ, their goal is कि top 4 मिले, UCL का पैसा है, that's it, हम लोग उससे डिविडेंड लेंगे, खत्म है. ये फंडा रहा है. और तू देखना, जैसे चैंपियंस लीग में हम पहुंच गए, वो लोग क्या सोचेंगे कि हाँ पैसा तो लास्ट ईयर इन्वेस्ट हुआ था, और क्या चाहिए, और 1-2 प्लेयर ले आएंगे चुन्नू मुन्नू. ठीक है, उतना मतलब देख, पैसा तो हम लोग टॉप 4 फिनिश किया, अभी भी स्पेंड किया है, मना नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट देयर आर there were still 2-3 positions they could have gone all in, but limit हो गए बजट. अब उस सिचुएशन में कैसा होता है कि एज पर एफएफपी अगर हम लोग 150 मिलियन पाउंड स्पेंड कर रहे थे ये समर, अ सिटी और अ चेल्सी वुड हैव, वहां पे क्या होता है, ओनर पैसा खुद डालता इन्वेस्टमेंट. उसका भी एक रूल है कि ओनर कुछ 50 या 60 या 70 मिलियन खुद से डाल सकता है, एंड दैट इज अलाउड एज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट. ऐसा कुछ एक रूल है.
Okay.
बट ग्लेजर्स ने एक पैसा नहीं डाला वहां पे. That is right there the problem. That's why every United fan in every post will write Glazers out.
पता है मैं एक
Because
चीज बोलूं, दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम ट्रू, लेकिन तुम्हारे केस में दैट इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. इवन इफ दे पुट 70 million extra, even if they put 70 million extra, they're going to waste it. Your problem
why?
is wasting money because you don't
Like,
sign properly.
no, I
That's the
understand
thing.
that. I understand
फिर
that
यू
money
स्पेंड,
is
समझ
not.
लेना, समझ ले 70 million होता तुम लोग का एक्स्ट्रा, वो डालता भी ना ग्लेजर ना, तो भी वो जो अवेलेबल बंदे हैं ना उसमें सबसे घटिया बंदा उठा के लेके आता है, जो
नहीं
कमर्शियली बड़ा अच्छा
ऐसा
होता.
मतलब वो थोड़ा लूज आर्गुमेंट हो गया. I understand, but
आई
देख,
नो, आई
when
नो.
I say खराब, when I say we sign खराब players, the problem is that जैसे हमने एंथनी को साइन कर लिया 100 में, अब वो 35 to 50 के अंदर का भी प्लेयर है, मतलब है नहीं है, इट इज डिबेटेबल.
नहीं
बट
ठीक है, 50 के अंदर
आवर
मान लेता हूँ
क्वेश्चन
मैं
इज,
उसको.
हाँ, आवर प्रॉब्लम इज दैट एक स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर जो क्वालिटी को कंट्रोल करता है बीच में, उसकी वजह से कैसा है ना, वी ओवर स्पेंड, एंड जो टारगेट्स अक्वायर करने थे उसके लिए पैसा ही नहीं बचा.
वही तो मैं
मतलब
बोल रहा हूँ.
मतलब तू
देखो,
सोच जोगे,
That's what
तू
I
भी
said
अगर
ना.
स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर
राजेश,
होता ना यूनाइटेड में, तो
हाँ
तू भी अच्छे डिसीजंस ले सकता था.
भाई,
राजेश,
That
obviously
simple.
कि
that's,
एक
हाँ,
तो
that's
हमने
how bad it is.
नोटिस
Also,
की
it's
जनरली एज अ
हाँ
स्पोर्ट्स डायरेक्टर जब रहता है तुम्हारा एक पोजीशन पे, तो मतलब अगर अच्छा तुम्हारा हियरार्की है तो दे हैव ऑप्शंस. इन यूनाइटेड व्हाट हैव सीन इज दे गो फॉर अ प्लेयर, दे स्पेंड जितना वो लोग मांगते हैं, एंड देन दे ओवर स्पेंड जो भी टैक्स लगता है. वंस यू हैव अ प्रॉपर सिस्टम इन प्लेस, यू विल गो फॉर योर ऑप्शन बी, राइट? Because you have something in pipeline, you will not just
Correct.
go all in for that person. That's where United tax will go away.
And the
Because
whole
And
world
you
also
do not have
watches
to
you.
always buy.
The
और
whole
बाय द
world
वे
watches
यूनाइटेड के
you
साथ,
कि you are overspending.
ऑल्सो
Right.
यूनाइटेड के साथ पता है, लाइक ये वाला सीजन आई एम नॉट श्योर, लेकिन लाइक पिछले कुछ जो मैं यूनाइटेड को ट्रैक कर रहा था, दे हैड अ टारगेट, ओके, बट दे वर सो स्लो इन गेटिंग देयर टारगेट फॉर स्मॉलर स्मॉलर स्मॉलर, क्या तो बोलते हैं, अपना मनी का जो डिफरेंस है उसको लेके, एंड इन द एंड दे वुड गो एंड गेट द गाय बट टू लेट. सो नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज कि इवन इफ दे हैव अ सेकंड क्या तो बोलते हैं प्लेयर इन देयर माइंड, बाय द टाइम दैट दे आर टेकिंग दिस मच टाइम, वो दूसरा वाला बंदा जा चुका है. So now they have to go for the guy. So it's like the lack of, जब एडवर्ड था, नहीं, what is that, क्या नाम था उस
Ed
बंदे का,
Woodward.
हाँ, एड वुडवर्ड था. So I found him to be very very slow for his targets, and whenever he used to get it, he used to get some of it but too late. So
Look,
that was the
there,
story
ये
about
जो
United.
footballing, there were, there has, you won't believe, there hasn't been absolutely any footballing people. ये जो जॉन मुर्टो है, okay, जॉन मुर्टो से लेके the CEO, रिचर्ड आर्नोल्ड्स हो गया, all these football decision वाले जो लोग हैं ना, they have no experience in football. They have
right.
no network as such. एक होता है ना कि स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर जो टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर होता है, he has rich knowledge in all the European leagues, not just top leagues. उसके जो नीचे वाले लीग 1 लीग 2 जैसे होते हैं ना, he has rich knowledge there. He has multiple scouting network of his own. जैसे कि अपने जो कैंपस वगैरह हो गए ये लोग, पॉल मिचेल and all. So these are the guys who actually
kind
are
of,
needed to be brought in. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे से
आई थिंक,
स्पोर्टिंग
लेकिन वो
डायरेक्टर
पता
है.
है वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट सेक्शन भी है, लाइक स्काउट्स एंड स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर, देयर इज अ लिटिल बिट synergy, लेकिन इट्स अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट सेक्शन आल्सो. आपके स्काउट्स कैन बी अ लिटिल बिट इंडिपेंडेंट, लेकिन तू सही बोल रहा है, अ गुड स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर आल्सो हैज हिज ओन नेटवर्क दैट हेल्प्स ऑब्वियसली.
Yeah.
एनीवे,
So there's that. That's about how the takeover saga has been going on for United. It's dragged on for 11 months, almost a year now, and we have some concrete news, I suppose. But then again, this process will again get dragged on. So watch this space, guys. And before we have an actual owner that is running the football operations, it's not going to happen. Not
This
until
season.
next season. Not until the end of this season, I suppose.
Okay.
Let's see how that
we'll
goes.
see how it goes.